Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and the messenger is here. I hope you're all doing well. What a day it's been so far. I've been trying to get this message out to you a couple of hours ago, so that's why the message today is coming through as quite late. But remember that whenever you get to see this video, then the message should be important for you. Today we'll be taking the Mythic Oracle, looking into the gods, the Black Moon Astrology Oracle, and we'll also be looking at the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, which we usually use the Major Arcana to see what the Karma Dharma is, but today I feel called to take it as a full deck, and the Mystic Moon Oracles to see where we are emotionally. I'll give you this. It's been huge ups and downs recently. Some good news, some pressure, some things that we have to have had ready yesterday. So I hope that you are all dealing okay with the energies. As the moon is transiting through Scorpio, today is the 21st of May, the day of the birthing of God Apollo. Yesterday, goddess Artemis was born, the twins, and happy birthday to the twins, my beautiful Gemini friends who are celebrating their birthday the next month, as the sun has entered now Gemini and is coming up to trine to Pluto. Okay, Jupiter and Venus are conjoining. Venus has just come off Algol, Medusa with a head of snakes. Let's see what needs to be beheaded, ended, possibly also dark thoughts, possibly also any poison that we're carrying in our soul, in our hearts. Jupiter and Venus at the last degrees of Taurus. There's still a lot of Taurus energy. Just wanted to say, if you're celebrating your birthday around this time, and I just wanted to wish Anna a many happy returns. Happy solar return, Anna. She celebrated her birthday yesterday. And not only for Anna, but those of you that are celebrating your birthday around about now, past couple of days, the next couple of days, know that your birthday signature, so until your next birthday, you will have Jupiter and Venus blessing you. This is abundance. This is abundance. This is Venus in our home, Jupiter in the house of money, resources. Okay, so this is like, it's like lady luck, I'm going to say. So if you're celebrating your birthday around about now, you'll be carrying this lucky rainbow, let's say, with you until your next birthday. So lucky you. Lucky you. Let's see what's going on, as the moon in Scorpio is never an easy moon. Let's see what and how the planets, the energies affect us at this time. We've got Gemini, and I think Gemini overthinks, so be careful. Be careful not to spin yourself into a bit of a doozy using too much thought. Gemini is all about communication. It is about logic and thought, curiosity as well. If you've been curious about something, maybe the sun now trining over to Pluto may reveal it for you and give you a sense of self-empowerment through information that you find out about, okay? So Gemini is very strong here. Gemini is also business, commerce, its relatives, cousins, uncles and aunts, siblings, but also short distance travel and learning things, education. We have Mercury retrograde and reinvention. This could be talking about the next Mercury retrograde, as Mercury is not retrograding now. So in about a couple of months, we will have the next Mercury retrograde. But remember, Mercury is also the ruling planet of Gemini. And Mercury soon will enter Gemini as he's moving through Taurus. Don't know exactly when, but Mercury is very fast. He's very fast moving. He does slow down a bit in Earth, but there's something about the past, communication about the past. We've got a, it's interesting, we've got a 1-5 and a 5-1. So they do, obviously 6 comes through, which is the Lovers. The Lovers is a 6. Sixes are always about balance. It could speak to partnerships, past loves returning. Pluto's retrograde, so Pluto could be a powerful, deep connection with someone that you're revisiting. It could be a return. But there's reinvention with whatever you're dealing with now. Look at the house of Gemini. Which house does it rule for you? Okay? Because it does have to do with past matters with Mercury retrograde here. Something to do with communication, how we communicate, how we speak, how we listen, because Gemini is about communication, but remember that we need to be able to listen. And because Gemini, even though ruled by Mercury, Gemini runs over the information, sort of is so quick to go from A to B. Are we really listening to what we're being told, what's being communicated? Because Mercury does rule Gemini as well as Virgo. Virgo is more about the details, so maybe it's time to stop and really think. Look at the way you're perceiving messages. Look at the way you communicate and how you perceive what's being communicated to you. We've got 5th house and creativity. That is the Leo card. 5th house is naturally ruled by Leo. You see the masks though there. The mask could be hiding things. Wearing a mask, not speaking one's truth. 5th house is taking a risk. It gives us the ability to create something through risk. It does speak to creativity, fun, romance. The 5th natural house is the house of flirtation, romance. It can be sex as well, but it's also creating a situation, giving birth to something creative. So this could be a creative venture, a business venture, project or something. It could, I get the 5th house and creativity. It is the fun house, so maybe lighten up a little bit, not take things too seriously. Add a little bit of spice, a little bit of fun, a little bit of confidence to what you're creating, what you're communicating, how you're thinking. Because this could be miscommunication, misinterpretation of communication, past communication with a mask, right? Let's see what's at the bottom here. And we've got 9th house and faith. The 9th house is the natural house of Sagittarius. This is where we're having a full moon on the 23rd of this month, so in a couple of days. So we're already in the full moon energies, my dear friends. Let's see what Spirit and the Messenger is bringing us. I had a bit of a panic attack today. Little Gaia disappeared. She disappeared and I've got all the doors closed. She's too small to have the doors open. She just disappeared. I looked everywhere. I thought, okay, she's sleeping, but couldn't find her anywhere. And she reappeared a little while ago, and I'm thinking, oh my God, how careful do you need to be when you've got a little baby around? Okay, I think I've outdone myself today. I've been given some tasks that were very, very challenging, but it's all about learning, my dear friends. That's what Mercury is. It's the student. Remember, Mercury is also communication, but also social media, the internet. And we've got heal, which is the star, dear Spirit, and it's a major arcana. Heal from breaking those chains, finding our freedom. The star is a card of hope. It is a card of social media communication and the future. It is a card of that wish fulfillment in the future. It is the natural 11th house, which speaks to friendships, social media, the higher mind, as Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is connecting with Mercury. And interesting that we've got Mercury and Uranus here. So this could be ingenious thoughts, bright ideas, seeing things from an elevated point of view, like having that bird's eye view. But this could also say that messages are coming in that could be very, very surprising, which are freeing us up. Yes, Aquarius can be friendships, but could also be rebellion. It could be the maverick, doing things in a very unconservative way, a very new way, a very different way. So maybe changing the way we used to think, we used to communicate, we used to perceive. We've got the 9th house, which speaks to long distance travel, our beliefs, our philosophies. So we do have the teacher and the student here. And the 9th house is all about freedom. It's all about justice. And it's also about the bigger picture. But it's also about justice, keeping the faith. Something karmic is playing out here. With this card, I always notice that we've got a goodbye here on this ticket. It's like someone's on a journey, a metaphorical journey. It could be a physical journey, as 9th house is journeys, long distance. Maybe even goodbye to not trusting in our faith, and sort of letting spirit, because the palm does speak to a lot of karma for me. Things that are fated are written in our palm, if only we knew how to read it, right? I have looked into it in the past, but I've sort of forgotten. I've let it go. I do feel that it works. So those of you that are into palmistry, I'd love to hear from you. I would love to study, to look into it more. I find it very, very interesting. Anyway, I do also see the hand like saying stop. Stop to an old way of thinking. Stop to putting yourself in a mental prison, possibly. We've got Aquarius, Leo here. So a lot of fixed energies. There's so much Taurus going on, and we've got the the moon filling out in Scorpio, but the full moon obviously is happening in Sagittarius at the early degrees. So we're coming up to a full moon, and we know that a full moon is a culmination. So things that were maybe hidden, we will have revealed. Let's see what's going on. Success and growth. 8 of Wands, messages, love messages, flight, travel, lots of fire, lots of interaction, movement, getting unstuck. This could be in business, yes. 8 of Wands. We've got the Empress here, nurture. Heal and nurture. Remember, the Empress speaks to abundance, manifestation. So wherever we've been putting the effort in, this is what is on offer. And we see the sun here as well. The sun we know is the spirit. We know is something that we're creating. It's a seed, but it also brings healing. The Empress, of course, Taurus, Libra. The Empress is Venus, and Venus right now is connecting with the most benefic planet, Jupiter, who expands on those Venusian energies of materialism. So good finances, good news coming in. Could also say that you're due for a pay rise or a promotion. I mean, we've got a 3 here, and 3s, if we look at 3s, they're all about growth. the initial stage of success. Three of Pentacles is collaboration with work, right? It's being noticed for your, being noticed at what you're mastering, what you've mastered. Three of Wands is waiting on those ships to come in. Three of Swords is a disappointment. But it could also be, with Three of Swords, it's like maybe you need to do more homework. Maybe you need to wait a little bit or get over something that hasn't happened yet. Maybe you've lost your belief at what you're going to succeed in, what you're creating. And then we've got the Three of Cups, which... Three of Cups, I think, was yesterday's message on Instagram, and today we had the Four of Wands. So we are stabilizing something. If you're not following us on Instagram, we take a card every day. So check out the link beneath the video. For those of you that you have not seen the abundance, the manifestation of a dream of physical abundance, because we're talking about, yes, Taurus, there's so much Taurus, but there's also the spiritual abundance, which is Venus in Libra, right? At this time, Venus, of course, is in Taurus, so she's more about the physical, tangible. But because this card rules Taurus and Libra, it will be different for each of you. What is the possible outcome? We've got dedicated effort, Eight of Pentacles, two eights. Interesting. Eight is the strength card. It is the card of confidence, leadership. Here we've got the card of Virgo, continuing to nurture, to service, to work on, to come from a place of heart, to fine-tune, to look at the details, not rush over and leave the details behind until the Mercury retrograde, let's say. Maybe we need to take a little bit of time, not rush into things. Remember, Taurus is slow. Now, Gemini is a quickening energy, but it's more about our perception. It's not about physical, tangible things. So how I see the planets now still in Taurus, except for the sun, we're still in that Taurian energy. It's more about the mind. Everything begins from the mind and then becomes physical, takes form. So as the planets will start to ingress into Gemini, that's when we will see the physical form of what we've been hoping to manifest. So first half of June is a very positive month. Second half is, well, we'll be talking about that on Patreon. If you're interested in joining us, please do. We'd love to have you. Jupiter return and benefits. What else can I say, my friends? Jupiter does promise a return of benefits. Some of you may have had a period of drought where those benefits have been, they've withdrawn, they've been taken back for whatever reason. Jupiter return is a 12-year cycle. So possibly, obviously for Gemini people, especially if you're born in the beginning of the Gemini season, you're going through your Jupiter return. Jupiter entering Gemini, which is going to happen on the 26th, straight after that full moon, will bring a lot of benefits to air signs, fire signs, especially born in the first few days, in the now. But anyway, Jupiter return. Santa Claus is returning. Jupiter is wisdom, abundance, justice, freedom, philosophy, information, of course, because so Jupiter is about that wisdom. It's we may have some information coming in relative to the abundance that is owed to us, that is fated to come in. It could come in any form, my dear friends, in any form at all. okay, depending on your own personal journey. What's at the bottom here? Dreams coming true. The wish card, 9 of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for that. This is like an offer. And it's interesting that we see the hands here, and Gemini rules the hands. So it's something that involves, mechanical effort, things that we do with our hands. The hands could also speak to a helping hand. Jupiter could be an individual, could be a teacher at this time, could be just, Jupiter is the wheel of fortune. So the wheel of fate, divine timing, as the stars say, as they're reflecting abundance to us here on this 3D plane. We will all receive some good news in a particular area of life. Look at the Taurus part of your chart. Look at the possibly also the Gemini house in your own birth chart. Let's see what's going on in the psyche. Where the psyche is concerned, what is it that we don't know? Wow, okay. Dreams coming true. After a dedicated effort, after holding on to the faith, and this is a number 33. It is a master number. So the 29 here, 29 equals an 11. 11, right? We had the 4 of Wands today. The card of celebration and commitment, marriage. On Instagram, the 4 of Wands is my 1111 card. To me, it's like 11 because it's made up of aces. It's like the beginning, the first portal. The second portal is 22 because it's based off decisions. The third portal, if we look at number 3, it's the Empress, isn't it? 3 is expansion. 2 is decisions. So 22 is like the path opening. What choices will we make? This is like we've come to the point of the 3s. The 3, which is success, which is manifestation. And some of us are going to, so that we can manifest, there are things that we're needing to leave behind. Because this is about taking action. The 8 of Wands is movement. Movement coming from a place of love, nurturing, and feeling a sense of abundance, and knowing that there is magic, and the dedicated effort brings partnership, business, romance, financial stability, obviously here with the 8 of Pentacles. And I feel that you've revisited. You've been here before. You've been here before. And I'm saying because of the 8s, the infinity symbol, the Mercury retrograde, and the 9th house is also a very spiritual house. It's a very lucky house. It is the house of publishing. The 3rd house, Mercury ruled, Gemini, is publishing. So for some of you that have been writing, you may have your books published. A lot to do with learning, astrology, mysticism, anything to do with higher education, philosophy. So many things that come under the 9th house. But also dreams coming true relative to foreigners, foreign and distant places. Let's see what's going on in the psyche. There's the separation, the 3 of Swords, very similar to it. We've got fear. And we've got a dark night of the soul. My goodness, these cards do not talk at all about what we see right here. So to me, this is saying that this is what we're coming out of. Let's continue. We've got compromise. Fifth dimension, this would be a twin flame connection. Someone needing to revisit a situation because there was a lot of fear. There was a lot of fear about the reality of a relationship. There's the reinvention. I've got no more words to say. We've got retrograde reinvention twice here. This could be you reinventing yourself. This could be a business partnership. This could be a twin flame connection. This could be, I'm going to say for some of you, could also be friendships. It could be any relationships where there maybe someone was fearing compromising, sort of taking a step back and not being so dead set on being right, let's say, or holding on to grudges or anything like that. We've got a saying in Greek which says, I'm putting a little bit of water into my wine, which is like saying forgive and move forward. You don't have to forget, but at least forgive, because the more we carry that negativity, that poison within our hearts, the less chance we have of feeling happy, feeling abundant, okay? So we see with a dedicated effort that some of you have been waiting on messages. Someone's taken their sweet old time, okay? Looking to see if this is what they really want. Remember, Taurus is value, it's self-worth, it's security. And someone is willing to put in that dedicated effort, or some of you have already done that. And now you receive the rewards, because we've got Jupiterian benefits here. It's a 49, which equals a 13. So Scorpio comes through. Pluto is very activated right now at those first degrees of Aquarius. But the sun is in good aspect. Jupiter will also connect it well to Pluto. So, you know, this is a lot of information, a lot of truths, and a lot of abundance coming in. Yes, it could be monetary as well. All right, so wow, everyone. What's at the bottom here? Third party. It's, you know, third parties are never help. Never help. But I'm going to say it's sometimes, and because I don't take reversals here, a third party could actually help this time. And I'm looking at the Three of Cups. This is what I'm imagining, the Three of Cups. So it could be a third party that's helping a reinvention here. A relationship, a partnership being reinvented. Okay? That's what I'm getting. So let's take a couple of Sibilas. I want to see, what are these? What are we healing from? The general card. What are we healing from, Spirit? What are we breaking free from and healing? It's not showing us what we're breaking free from, but it is showing the Ace of Cups, like maybe also loving ourselves a little bit more. But this is saying that someone is being released and able to be free to connect. We've got a round table. This is a good meeting, a very happy get-together. It could be with loved ones, could be with family. Whatever it is, it will bring serenity and happiness. Some good news is coming in. Yes, we've got a brand new beginning. The child is a brand new cycle. It speaks to naivety, happiness, trust, new cycles, okay? It could also be good news about something that is starting. It could be a literal birth for some, yes? So pregnancy, surely physical pregnancy is on the cards, but also being pregnant with an idea. Just a moment. I do apologize. That was a very important call that I had to take. So, wow, okay. What is this success and growth? What is this about? Because wands are about vocation and what we desire. We've got deliriousness about some changes, some movement, possible travel. So the changes, and the Donna Maritata is very much the Empress. So the delirante could be silly actions, but in this case, it's like being delirious relative to some good news that's coming in. The good news that's coming in could be about abundance, growth, pregnancy, some good news relative to a mother and her children, so on and so forth. Let's see what the Empress is. We've got, this is Uranus, success. It's the Six of Wands. Consolante sorpresa, sudden abundance, sudden turns of events that bring in abundance, that bring in luck. You don't expect this. Good news. It could be any written contracts, any communication. Could come through phone call, through email, through text. And my God, what was going on for you 12 years ago? There could be a repetition because of the Jupiter return, which takes us back 12 years. What was going on for you 12 years ago? Back in 2012, roughly. 11, 12. Well, that's when my awakening began in 2011. When I was seeing 11 everywhere. 12 is like the next step, I would say. Because 12 also equals a 3, right? It's the growth. Remember, the Empress is pregnant with an idea. She's creating something. What is this dedicated effort about? We've got the La Matrice, the woman, the sweetheart, let's say. She's holding something precious in her hand, something of value. It could be something that you feel is like a gift. It could be a physical, tangible gift, or something that you find out about. And we've got the leggerezza. Leggerezza is the butterfly. There's a metamorphosis. It's like having come out of that dark night of the soul, some sort of a difficult ending. There's a compromise on the cards. Fifth dimension, twin flame. This is like dreaming of your person, or connecting telepathically on on those higher realms. So maybe pay attention to your dreams as well. But what I get is that something is happening. Something is happening that is going to crystallize, because we've got the butterfly here. The butterfly, right? The caterpillar that turns into the butterfly. It's like the chrysalis stage where the butterfly is ready to come out. This is a card of freedom. It is a card of sexuality. It's also that an ending brings a brand new beginning. There is a sense of freedom, but there's also a sense of beauty, metamorphosis. The butterfly is a metamorphosis. What's that third party sitting on? New direction. There's a new direction, a new path that's opened up. Union. The news is good and it's coming from a distance. This is like Sagittarius for me. Why? Because Sagittarius is long distance. The postman takes forever to bring this mail. Back in the days, it took forever, right? Now, the messages come much faster, but I feel that this message has been long coming. Long time coming. After the limitations, restrictions, there could be news about issues pertaining to the law, worries. This could be also someone being released physically from these shackles, from prison, from an imprisoning situation, from a karmic cycle. Maybe it's the time now for freedom. This could be what is being communicated, my friends. What's beneath the dreams coming true? And we've got take the lead, 3 of Wands. Three of Wands, again, it shows it's Sagittarian energy. It shows those ships coming through from the distance. Someone is taking the lead. Someone is taking the initiative. Right? Leo is leadership. Okay. I think that that's what we've got. Reinvention is the message today. Let's see what the gods are telling us here. This ticket here reminds me of those old train tickets. So I don't know if the movement is through air or it's in a train. The train does speak to a means of being taken towards your destiny. And the train for me is like an abundant journey that begins now, that will bring reinvention for many of us. What do the gods speak to? Today, the birthday of Apollo, the god of light, the sun, the god of light, music, prophecy. Wow, big day for the Greek Orthodox community. What is the messenger bringing us today? What is the advice? What is the advice, dear Spirit? What do the gods want to advise us? What do they want to advise us on? And we have Prometheus and sacrifice. My goodness, another three. Prometheus sacrificed his life to give the wisdom and the light. He went against Jupiter, of course, Zeus. Sacrifice always pays off, of course, at some point. It is the Piscean energy for me. We've had Prometheus not so long ago. Interesting because this full moon will be in the house of Sagittarius being a centaur, and we see this open wound that Prometheus has, which a raven, let's say, was eating away at his liver every day. He went through a lot of suffering so that he could bring the light. There it is. It's in the background. You can actually see the raven there. Let's read it. So there is an offering, and the offering is light, which speaks to wisdom, information, right? Let's read the message. Prometheus is a rebel, hero and champion for mankind. When Zeus overthrew Kronos, creating a new world order, he viewed man as slaves. Zeus viewed man as slaves. Prometheus, however, viewed man as more and decided to steal fire from the heavens and give it to man. The power to use and control fire meant power, freedom, and independence for man. The power of light, warmth, and food were among the gifts of fire. This can speak to abundance, of course, right? As punishment for doing this, Zeus had him hung upside down, which is the hanging man, right? And forced to have his liver eaten every day by an eagle. Here it shows a raven. Here it says eagle, doesn't matter. Every night his liver grew back and the process would repeat itself. The message today, my friends, is a sacrifice for a higher gain is at hand here. On a deeper level, you already know this is needed now and that something must be sacrificed. It may be comfort, safety, pride, or a need for instant gratification in the form of money, attention, or approval. I'm going to say already that your sacrifices of the past are being rewarded now. So I don't know if it speaks to sacrifice being asked and needed, necessary now. I feel that the sacrifices have already been, we've already gone through that. because the rewards are here now. The requests and desires of the ego must be sacrificed for a higher cause and a higher gain. You may find yourself in an uncomfortable position for a time in order to reach this higher goal, but the riches of living in your truth and living with integrity will far outweigh any discomfort. To live in this way is to be a true hero. The myth of Prometheus is about fighting for a higher cause without the promise of fame, riches, or glory. The act is enough. Hello. Hello. Hello, sweet pea. Hello, beautiful Gaia. What a treat you are. Don't go to the light, will you? No. When you contribute to something greater than yourself, do you wait for and expect a reward, or is the act enough for you? Are you willing to maintain your integrity no matter what the cost? What do you need to give up at this time? What is keeping you stuck? Are you ready to live your greater potential? These are all questions to consider at this time. If you are currently making decisions, you must reflect on what your decisions will contribute to others. If you are bored, stuck, don't fall off the table, will you now? Oh, okay. She's given us a few more cards here. Oops, don't go to the fire. I think I better put her down. She's revealed a few cards here. So we see a Gran Signore. We see the mask coming off with an amica. This could be a female enemy. Someone that this Gran Signore, which is like the Emperor or the King of Pentacles or any kings, maybe they've had some revelations from a feminine, could be Queen of Swords, I don't know. But there are revelations which reveal possibly that even this Gran Signora has gone through an uphill battle. Right? And look, we've got the Superbia, the vanity. Someone's been humbled greatly, and I do feel that it's the divine masculine, because the feminine is present. The divine feminine is present. Looks like the divine masculine, whoever that Gran Signore is, which does hold some ego, right? Maybe they've been humbled a little bit. They've gone through a metamorphosis. We also see the masculine here going through a dark night of the soul. Wow, okay, so there are going to be a lot of revelations. Are you willing to maintain your integrity no matter what the cost? What do you need to give up at this time? What is keeping you stuck? Are you ready to live your greater potential? These are all questions to consider at this time. If you are currently making decisions, you must reflect on what your decisions will contribute to others. If you are bored, stuck, too comfortable, or have lost a sense of greater meaning in your life, it may be time to make some firm decisions. A sacrifice for the greater good must be made at this time, and it is usually the most uncomfortable yet fulfilling direction to go in. Remember that you will only feel a temporary discomfort during transition. Even Zeus allowed Chiron, which is the centaur, which has an affiliation with Sagittarius. So Chiron and Heracles, which is Hercules, to free Prometheus once he had served enough time. Remember, Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron is in Aries. Someone needs to be courageous. Mars will soon catch up with Chiron in Aries, my dear friends. Someone's going to have to take off that band-aid of fear and slay that dragon, that Gorgon, which could be what's in our psyche, not something that is in reality around us. It could be just our perception of things. So it's interesting that we've got the prigione, which is someone serving time. And here it says, even Zeus allowed Chiron and Hercules to free Prometheus once he had served enough time. So this is like saying that we are being freed. We are detaching. We're breaking free from any karma that was holding us back. Things that we needed to pay back. Things that we owed because of the law, natural law, let's say, karma. So someone had served enough time, now they're able to be free. Decide to be a hero now and rise above all mundane attachments. Strive to contribute to the greater essence that runs through all things. Now, freedom can come in many different forms, my dear friends. Many, many different forms. So I think I will leave it there. I want to thank you all so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and connecting with us here on Divine Debut 11. We have uploaded a couple of days ago on Divine Debut 12. The title is Love or Lust. So if you're interested in what's going on relative to a relationship, whether someone is connecting with you because they really love you or they're just very sexually attracted to you, you can find the link to Divine Debut 12 beneath this video. And curiosity killed the cat. Little Gaia is very curious and up to no good all the time. So I think I'm going to say goodbye with little Gaia. She's growing very quickly. So it's amazing. You know, in about a month or 2 months, they're practically half grown. So I'm really, really enjoying her little self at this time. Keeps me on my toes, keeps me very busy. Gaia, agape. Agape means love. And agape is very good with Gaia. They've started to play. They're very playful and they chase each other. She's very competitive. She's a little Athena, I would say. She must be because she was homeless. I do feel that she's an Aries. She's a fighter. So very happy to have her with us and in our family. Thank you so much, my dear friends. Thank you. I really do appreciate all of you. I will see you tomorrow on the Twin Flame Soulmate Karmic Connection, that special person reading that we do every Wednesday, and we will be doing Yes Please. So do check us out. We'll be premiering. So love and light. Until then, love you all so much. Special thanks. Ouch. Special thanks to our beautiful patrons for their love and their support. Namaste, everyone. Namaste.